Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 997.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about how much does Valentine's Day cost? Because we've been talking about inflation. We know prices have gone up dramatically. Well, how much does it cost to celebrate Valentine's Day? Well, I have an article to share with you that talks about that, and they mostly talk about kind of stereotypical Valentine's Day gifts. So we have a limited repertoire of gifts that we're going to talk about today. But for example, the classic gift, a dozen roses, is up 22% from last year. We also know that most restaurants, which have been under pressure since the pandemic started, are charging more for meals. Some of them have limited foods. They can't get certain foods. They can get other foods. We certainly know that beef has gone up quite extensively in price. And the statistics are that a steak has spiked 154%, according to data compiled by personal finance site The Balance. That would be a filet mignon, currently $34, up 154% from last year. They also list a dozen tea roses, regularly $12, up 22%. A diamond at $12,048. These are average of all carat weights, up 15%. Assorted chocolates, $12 is the current price, up 9%. Interestingly, gold, the price per ounce of gold is $1,800. That's down 1% from last year. And silver at $23 is down 10% from last year. Now, of course, we talk about gold and silver prices on the podcast. And this is something that we've also highlighted has been heavily shorted by banks in order to not have competition for the fiat dollar. But on Friday, we saw precious metals mining stocks jump 6% across the board. The large company miners, GDX, the junior miners, GDXJ, and the silver junior miners, SILJ, all jumped 6% plus on Friday. I believe we're going to see gold and silver come into their cycle closer to April, but maybe we're getting to see a little bit of a preview on what's going to come in April. But I think that cycle will really heat up, particularly then, and be strong for this year, which is why I've raised my price targets more than double what my target was last year for silver. The article goes on to talk about imported champagne, which rose to $53 a bottle, up 18% from last year, and the average price of table wine, up 2.5% from last year. This year's Valentine's Day spending is expected to reach $23.9 billion, the second highest year on record, according to the National Retail Federation. On average, Americans will shell out $175.41 on candy, cards, flowers, and other romantic gifts, up from $164.76 in 2021, or an increase of about $11. Those in a relationship will spend even more, averaging $208 for their significant other, according to a separate Lending Tree survey of nearly 2,100 adults. That's up about 44% from what significant others usually spend on their partner. Interestingly, those couples who have been together for 1 to 2 years spend $247, and as for other demographics, six-figure earners spend $413, men spend $299, and millennials spend $294. Nearly a third, or 30%, of partnered consumers say it's at least somewhat likely they'll incur credit card debt due to Valentine's Day spending. And of that group, 43% would hide the debt from their partner. About 3 in 10 or 31% of Americans have spent more than they can afford on past Valentine's Days to impress a significant other. And along those lines, 30% think Valentine's Day debt is worth it, and 37% of men agree versus 24% of women. Dining out is back, and 37% of couples will celebrate the holiday by going out for a special dinner, up from 26% last year. And similarly, fewer couples say they're skipping the holiday to save money this year, 31%, down from 39% in 2021. Continuing on, talking about the amount of money spent by relationship length, if people were in a relationship for less than a year, they tended to spend $186. If they were in a relationship for 1 to 2 years, they spent the most, $247. If they were in a relationship for 3 to 5 years, they spent $242. If they were in a relationship for 6 to 9 years, $216. And well, if you've been together for 10 or more years, it's $189. As for the most popular Valentine's gifts men plan to give, the top 3 are flowers, 34%, chocolate or candy, 26%, and jewelry, 26%. And women's gifts to their partners will most often include a special meal, 25%, something sentimental, 25%, and a card, 24%. Some other ways that couples plan to celebrate Valentine's Day other than going out for a special dinner, 37%, and having a home-cooked meal, 25%, include getting takeout and eating at home, 16%, 12% don't really celebrate, 5% will take a short trip, 3% will celebrate in another way, and 1% will celebrate virtually. If money's tight and you don't want to skip Valentine's Day altogether, here's some other ways that you can trim your spending without sacrificing the romance. Number 1, celebrate, just not on the 14th. Not only will flower deliveries probably cost less, but restaurant reservations might be easier to get, and you can avoid pricey holiday fixed price options. Number 2, you can go for less expensive flowers, like picking them up at the supermarket and bringing them home with you rather than having them delivered. Number 3, you can choose something sentimental over splashy. A simple love letter can be a surprise hit, as can taking your partner to revisit the place where you first met or had your first date. Number 4, have dinner at home and eat dessert out. Not only can a special home-cooked meal be an amazing gift, but it can save you a bunch of money too. Then you can go out to your favorite dessert place afterwards. Or how about using some points and miles to consider using them for an overnight getaway, even if it's in your hometown? I'll post a link to this article in the show notes so you can check out all of the suggestions that they have. And I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.